Hello students. So in our last class we were discussing about the sharpness and Q factor, and also we derived an important derivation. So in which we got the expression for the impedance of the series LCR circuit, current in a series LCR circuit, and the phase difference between the current and voltage. Okay, for impedance we got a expression Z equal to under root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. For the current, I is equal to V by Z, actually voltage divided by opposition. So that opposition by the entire LCR circuit is called impedance. So that's why I equal to V divided by under root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Okay, and also we derive the expression for the phase difference, the angle between the total voltage and the total current in a series LCR circuit. So that was the alpha. So we indicated as a alpha, and tan alpha is equal to VL minus VC divided by VR, or you can write XL minus XC divided by R. So alpha is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC divided by R. Was XL? XL is the opposition offered by the inductor, that is called inductive reactance, and XC is the capacitive reactance, the opposition offered by the capacitor to the flow of current. And the resistance, R is the resistance of the resistor which is in that series LCR circuit. Okay, so now the concept is LC oscillation. LC oscillation, or we can take a headline as LC oscillator. LC oscillator. So oscillator means is a experimental setup. Oscillation means is a phenomenon. LC oscillation is a phenomenon. Okay, LC oscillator is a device in which we can there will be the oscillation between inductor and capacitor. L is for inductor and C is for capacitor. Is it okay? So why do you use the word oscillator or oscillation? And you have studied the oscillation in case of the mechanics. So where there will be two repeated motion, that is one path is called to, another path is called fro. Okay, to and fro, right? So this has become the oscillation, and here actually there is no the movement, there is no movement of any particle here, L and C. L ಮತ್ತೆ C ಇವೆರಡು movement ಆಗ್ತಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So oscillation, LC oscillation means here the energy exchange takes place. Energy exchange takes place between the inductor and a charged capacitor. Between the inductor and a charged capacitor. So the energy is oscillating. Once it will be at the capacitor, the energy in the form of electric energy. Once the same energy will be in the inductor as a magnetic energy. So the energy oscillates between a capacitor and inductor. Or you can say it for time it become the electric energy in the capacitor, for some time it become magnetic energy in the inductor. Okay, let us see how it oscillates. So here I have drawn some diagrams. See, so it's a circuit. This circuit na matte hange repeat madidina. Okay, so whenever we connect a charged capacitor to the inductor in parallel, whenever we connect a charged capacitor to the inductor in parallel, we get the LC oscillation. Okay, so how to write the LC oscillation? So LC oscillation means it is LC oscillation. LC oscillation is the phenomenon of exchange of energy between inductor and a charged capacitor when they are connected in series. So this is the meaning of that LC oscillation. Okay, so let us see here. Okay, for first one I take is a open circuit. Okay, and we are taking a charged capacitor where there will be the positive charges on one plate and the equal amount of negative charges on another plate. It is fully charged, and we know the energy stored in a capacitor, charged capacitor, is the electric energy, and we know its potential energy. Okay, see here, potential energy of a capacitor in the form of electric energy UE is equal to, we know its formula, Q square divided by 2C. It is Q square by 2C. Now the maximum energy UE is maximum. Okay, the entire energy is stored in the capacitor as a electric potential energy. Now the circuit is open, so there is no flow of current in the circuit. So that's why the magnetic energy in case of inductor is 0. And what by inductor? You know well about this one. So it induces the EMF. It induces the EMF whenever our variable current flows through it, or whenever, right, whenever variable current flows through it, right. You here UM is 0 and U is maximum. Now I close this circuit. Circuit ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಲೈಕ್ ಕೀ ಅದರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀನ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ? ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟರ್, ದ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್. The capacitor start to discharge. Discharge ಆಗೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? See, these are the extra electrons and these are lack of electron. When you connect these two, what happens? So there will be the flow of charges. There will be flow of charges. So the extra electrons start to move in this path and reaches this plate. So that there will be the cancel of positive and negative charge. One charge ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದ, ಇವೆರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆದವು ರೀ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So this was the extra electron, this was the deficiency of electron. Once the electron moved from this plate to this plate, so the extra negative charge and this positive lag, so both will cancel. So this phenomenon is called discharging of capacitor. Is it? Okay. So when you close the circuit, what happens? The electrons start to move in this way. If the electrons start to move in this way, the current moves in opposite direction. Okay. Now I say, so there will be the flow of current I. There will be flow of current. There will be flow of current. So as a result, the discharge of capacitor. Okay. So capacitor is discharging. Capacitor is discharging. Okay. And current hinge like this. Right. And see, so ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ current ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ? Current, initial current was 0. Initial current was 0, and when you close the circuit, there will be the growth of current. There will be growth of current in the inductor for a particular time. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಮ್ವರೆಗೂ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲೇ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಹಾಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತದ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ in terms of millisecond, or it may be less than 1 second, like this. So a short interval of time, one minute connection ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ you can't say entire current flowed at once. Okay, so the current flow will be continuously. Okay, and it will be in a growth order. First it may be of about 0.1 ampere, so within 1 second it become 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like that until it discharges completely. There will be flow of current. Is it? So current E direction move ಆಗ್ತದ, and you have studied the inductor very well, and you know whenever a varying current is flowing through an inductor, there induces EMF. There induces back EMF. Okay, so because of that back EMF, see, if the current is moving in this way, means this is your applied electric field. This is your applied electric field. So in opposite direction, there develops one more EMF. There develops one more EMF. So which is called back EMF. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾರ, ಅದ್ರ ಭಾಳ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು. ನಾ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಾದೇನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾದೇನೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ these are the polarities formed by the induced EMF. Okay, but here the applied EMF is more stronger, so that's why it is dominating. So the entire current is in this direction. Okay, so once all the, okay, here you can observe the electric energy, you can also observe the magnetic energy. Initially electric energy was 0 and electric energy was maximum and magnetic energy was 0. Now the magnetic energy is having some value. I say it is of 30% total energy. So here there will be the remaining 70%. Here the 100% was here only, this was 0%. Okay, similarly the concept, the process is continuing. Okay, 70% is ಇಲ್ಲಿ 60 ಆಯಿತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 40, 50, 50, 30, 70, 80, 20, 10, 90. Now this become 100. So the that capacitor is completely discharged. Completely discharged means Q equal to 0. If Q equal to 0, then Q square by 2C is also 0. Now the entire energy is in the form of magnetic energy. is in the form of magnetic energy. I say the 100% of energy is in the inductor as a magnetic energy. Okay, and we know, so these are the developed poles. We can say it is the induced EMF. Now the whole energy is in the form of magnetic energy, or we can say, so the current through the capacitor while discharging is producing an EMF in the inductor. Okay, because of this induced EMF, so what happens, this become the positive terminal, this become the negative terminal. Again this EMF start to charge the capacitor again, what by charging, removal of electron from one plate and depositing it on another plate. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ರೀ, ವೇರ್ ದ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯ್ತು ರೀ, ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ and the same electron will be deposited on the another plate, this become negative. And this EMF remove one more electron, this become one more positive and one more negative, and third electron, this one and this one. So like this induced EMF start to charge the capacitor again, but in a reverse direction. See the first diagram, here we are having the positive plate and the second one was negative, and here this become positive and this is negative. Is it? Means there is a charging but in opposite direction. That charging is by inductor, or you can write induced EMF, charging by induced EMF. Until we can okay, so up to what extent we can charge? Until all the magnetic energy converts into electric energy. All the magnetic energy converts into electric energy. Okay, let us see. So somehow, so the capacitor is fully charged now. Capacitor is fully charged. Okay, capacitor is fully charged. It means UE is equal to Q square by 2C. Again it reaches the maximum value. At that time this becomes 0. The induced EMF vanishes. Okay, it become empty. Magnetic energy become empty when the electric energy is maximum. Again we reach the same point where the electric energy was maximum and magnetic energy was minimum. Okay, now so what happens, then once the capacitor is fully charged, again it started to discharge now. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿದ್ರಿ, ಇದು EMF ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತು, ಅವು ಮಾತೇನಾಯಿತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ growth of current. So as the current increases from 0 to the maximum value, so again there produces okay, the question is why there is a induction. So the current, okay, see this point or this point. So when the current start to flow through the inductor during the time of discharge of capacitor, initial current is 0. When you close the circuit, the current start to grow. Is it? So means it's not a steady current, it's a variable current. So variable current produces a varying magnetic field or varying magnetic flux around the inductor. So that varying magnetic flux generates an EMF in the same inductor, which is called back EMF. Is it right? So as a result, okay, it start to discharge now. So this is the current, and again there will be production of the induced EMF, which is in a opposite direction to the applied one. So now it is from positive to negative. Here applied electric field is like this. So induced EMF will be in opposite direction. This become positive, this become negative. Okay, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ ರೀ, until the capacitor get 0 energy, means discharge fully. Okay, here UM was 0, again I'll write UE becomes 0. At that time UM equal to maximum. How it become maximum? It is discharged. Okay, here it is positive and here it is negative. Again the same thing. So once it is completely charged, UM is maximum, again it start to charge our capacitor. Is it? This become positive. See here, okay, if it is positive, then it remove the electrons. There will be formation of positive and deposit the electron here, this will become negative. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ರೀ, until all the magnetic energy converts into electric energy. So which is the same step. See here, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋದ್ವಿ ನಾವು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ವಿ. See here, again first step, then second, third, fourth, then like this only. It means so there is a continuous exchange. Oscillation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತ, for example mechanical oscillation, when you are having a simple pendulum, once you disturb it from its extreme position, it move like this, to motion and returns fro, again to and fro. So like this, so this is one step, okay, then again it repeats step, okay, again it repeats. So I call this as a oscillator. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ oscillation ಆಗೋದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಆ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತ, ಆ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಬಾಬೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಸಿಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತದ, ಸೊ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, then it start to charge energy, charge a capacitor, then it discharges, it charges. So like this there will be the exchange of energy between inductor and capacitor continuously. Okay, so this phenomenon is called the LC oscillation, and that experimental setup is called LC oscillator. Okay, how to define LC oscillation is a phenomenon of exchange of energy between an inductor and a charge capacitor when they are connected in series, and this is the concept. And at any time, at a given instant of time, we can calculate the energy of the LC oscillator. So the total energy, that may be in the form of electric energy or that may be in the form of magnetic energy. When you are having the maximum electric energy, this will be 0. When you are having a maximum magnetic energy, this will be 0. When it is of 50% and 50%, there will be equal amount of energy between an inductor and a capacitor, as electric energy as a magnetic energy. So somehow the total energy is the sum of these two. And the frequency of LC oscillator, okay, so that will be 1 divided by root of LC. So we should set it for the frequency 1 divided by root of LC. L means inductance, which is in term of Henry, and C is the capacitance, which is in terms of farad. Okay, so we can take a L and C value, adjust the L and C to get the required frequency, so which may be a resonating condition and which is called the frequency of LC oscillator. Okay, next point is transformer. about transformer. Okay, so usually ನೀವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ನ ಶಬ್ದ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಏನಿರ್ತದ, ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ 2 ಲೈಟ್ ಕಂಬದ ನಡುವೆ ಒಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಟಿ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತೀರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ is a device used to change the voltage by keeping its power constant. Okay, so transformer is a device that is used to change the voltage of the given input ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ by its compared to its input, or sometime it decreases the voltage, right? So on the basis of that there will be the 2 types of transformers. I'll explain it later. The first question raises, why have to change the voltage? What's the need of changing the voltage? Voltage change ಮಾಡೋದು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದ, ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಹೌದಾ? I'll explain. See, whenever, so the generation of current and the utilization of current, usually they are very far from each other. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಯಾವಾಗ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಯೂಶ್ವಲ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ತಯಾರಾಗೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್, ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಜನ್ರೇಟರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ರೀ. ಓಕೆ, ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನು ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಓಕೆ, ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ತೊಗೋಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟರ್. ನಾವು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಲಾತಿದ್ವಾ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಕೈಗಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಜನ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಜನ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕರೆಂಟು ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬೇರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಇವೆರಡು ನಡುವೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದ, ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ಜನ್ರೇಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂದ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ದಿಂದ ಸಿಟಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಾ ಏನಂತೇಳಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರನ್ನು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಅ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇವಾಗ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್, ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಿಟಿ, ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವ ಈ ಥರ ವೈರ್ಗಳು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ರೀ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ವೈರ್, ಈ ಥರ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ವೈಲ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಆಫರ್ಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್. It offers some opposition. So because of that opposition means resistance, the conductor is having some resistances. Okay, so because of the resistance there will be the loss of energy, there will be loss of power. Okay, so how to write the power formula? P is equal to, I can write V into I, or P is equal to, so V equal to in barena I into R barena, substitute I and R here, I into I become I square into R. Or for the same formula substitute P is equal to, keep the V as it is, instead of I you write V by R. I ಬದಲು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರಿ, V by R ಮಾಡಿರಿ, V into V ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, V square divided by R. So these are the formula for the power. So when you allow the power with a maximum current in a conductor, it suffers a lot of opposition, lot of resistance. As a result there will be the generation of heat energy. Okay, our intention is not to generate the heat in a conductor. Our intention is to conduct the electric power in the form of electric power only to the utilization point. Now we should conduct the electric power to the utilization point, so not to convert it into heat energy. So if you allow the more current in the conductor, there will be more loss of energy. So what to do? So we can go through this formula, and if you observe this one, so if the voltage is more, if the voltage is more, the power is more. Is it? So ಭಾಳ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇತ್ತಂದರೆ ಪವರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ಭಾಳ ಪವರಲ್ಲೇ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. Inversely proportional to the resistance. Even though there is a resistance in a conductor, so we can conduct the more power if you conducting it or transferring it with the high voltage. With the high voltage ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ರೀ ಇವಾಗ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೆಂಡ್ ದ 100 watt of power. I want to send the 100 watt of power, transfer the 100 watt of power from power station to utilization point. So I can transfer it in a mini way, like so this is the power equal to V into I. So I can take the 100 volt by 10 voltage and 10 current. I can get the 100. Is it? So next time I can take the voltage as a 5, this will be 20, this is 100. I can take this as a 50 and this is the 2, so the answer is 100. So I can write like this as a 1, sorry, this as the 100, and here it is a 1. Here it is a 100 volt and 1 ampere. Again you will get a 100 watt of power. So in all the cases you are having the power same constant. Is it? But here the voltage is more, the current is less, right? So like this you can send the same power by minimizing the current and maximizing the voltage, or by reducing the current, increasing the voltage. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ 100 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪವರನ್ನು ನಾ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸೋದು ಬೆಟರ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ ನನಗೆ. ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 1 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ I square into R, 1 square into R. So this formula ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, was a power loss here, so this will be 1 square into R. This will be only the R resistance. Okay, if I take it as a 5, so current 5 ತಗೊಂಡ 5 square into R, there will be 25 times the R. So it means the resistance will be more, the power loss will be the more, Joule heating wave effect will be the more. So if you take the same thing in terms of this one, so only R, this much of resistance will offer to the flow of current, and there will be the high volt, and here again you will get the 100 watt current as the 100 voltage and 1 ampere. 1 ampere into 100 volt, again you will get the 100 watt only. Is it? So this is the reason. So why we need to convert the voltage, I mean change the voltage. So from the power station to the city, from the power station to the city or industry, we have to transfer it at the very high voltage, so that it can reduce the power loss in a conductor. So if the voltage is more, the current will lesser. If the current is lesser, opposition is lesser. Opposition is lesser means resistance is less. Resistance is less means power loss is less. Is it? If you transfer it by the high voltage. Okay, so somehow we got here as a 100 volt and 1 ampere, 100 volt and 1 ampere. Is it? Okay, actually 100 watt ದಾಗ ನಾವು ತರತಾರಂಗಿಲ್ರಿ. I increase it. ನಾ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇವಾಗ I say, so I am transferring the voltage or the electric power from power station to the utilization. So as a 2000 watt, 2000 watt, and I am sending it V is equal to 2000 and I is equal to 1 ampere. P into V, again you will get power 2000 only. Okay, so 2000 volt 1 ampere current. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನಾಯ್ತಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತಾ, ಸಮೋ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ರೀಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು ರೀ. ಬಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ, ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದ, ಸೇ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಹೈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 2000 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಯನ್ಸಸ್. ನೀವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಯನ್ಸಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರ ಏನು 220 to 240 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 10 ಆ್ಯಂಪಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರ. ಅದ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ 220 to 240 ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2000 ವೋಲ್ಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ಹೈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಟಿ ವಿ, ಫ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಟು ದ ಬಲ್ಬ್, ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯಾನ್. So for such electrical appliances, so they will destroy, they will damage sometime, so they will blast when you apply the high voltage. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಾ, ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಕತ್ರ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ರೀ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಪ್ಲಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾಕತ್ತಾವ. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ರೀ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್, ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, 2000 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ 1 ಆ್ಯಂಪಿಯರ್ ಅದ ರೀ, 2000 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ 1 ಆ್ಯಂಪಿಯರ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಅದು 100 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 100 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ 200 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟು 10 ಆ್ಯಂಪಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಇದರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಮತ್ತೆ 2000 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನರಿ. ಸೊ ಅವರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾಪಬಲ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ 200 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ with a current 10 ampere, but it is impossible to handle 2000 volt at a time. Okay, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತಾ, our electrical appliances can receive this much of voltage and it can work. So once the current is generated, you need to have a transformer to lift up its voltage, to increase its voltage, to conduct or to transfer. So once you reach the utilization place, you have to reduce its voltage, you have to minimize its voltage to use it. So to increase the voltage or to decrease the voltage, we need a device which is called the transformer. Is it clear? Okay, so let us see the theory of this transformer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಬಳಸಬೇಕಂತ. Okay, so next construction. You can see the diagram, so it is easy to understand. Okay, so the transformer consists of two set of coils. One is called the primary coil, and the one is called secondary coil. So primary coil is connected to an AC input, okay, and the secondary coil is connected to our desired electric device, or where we are getting a desired voltage. Is it? Okay, this is called input and this is output. So when you supply the AC to the primary coil, so what happens, there will be the flow of current. So for a first half cycle, the current is in this way, like this, in a clockwise. For a next half cycle, the current is in reverse direction, like this. So the AC is here, like this. So AC is a current where the magnitude changes continuously and the polarity changes periodically. Here both the magnitude and direction of the current, magnitude and phase of the current is continuously changing. And whenever the variable current is flowing through the inductor, there produces the variable magnetic flux. Wherever there is a variable magnetic flux, there will be the production of EMF, which is called the induced EMF. So as a result of, and here the variable flux is all over here. So the secondary coil is in presence of variable magnetic flux. So that's why there induces the EMF in the secondary coil. So this concept is called mutual induction. And here as a result of the induced EMF, the current automatically start to flow here. The current automatically start to flow here, and this flowing current again produce the magnetic flux here, and there will be the production of so there will be the induction of one more EMF here, which is called the back EMF. It produces the EMF on this one, and this can also produce the EMF on this one. Is it? This is called mutual induction. So the principle of the transformer is the same. That is, it works on the principle of mutual induction. You may get a 1 mark question. Write the principle of the transformer. It works on the principle of mutual induction. Is it clear? Okay. So and next transformer. This construction aitri. Construction hengirtada. It consists of two set of coils. So which are wounded on ferromagnetic material to form a coil. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಒಂದು ಫೆರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಷ್ಟು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಸುತ್ತಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸುತ್ತಾಕೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಸುತ್ತಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಅವಾಗೇನಾಯಿತು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಯಿಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕೋರ್ ಯಾವುದಿರಬೇಕಾ ದಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಐರನ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ಫೆರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ರೀ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ದ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್, ಫೆರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಜನ್. Okay, so I take one more ferromatic material which is soft iron, and I wound a copper wire on this, and I put it here. So this become two coils. Is it clear? And the one coil is connected to the AC, and it is called primary, and the second coil is called, so where the current is by the induction, that is called the secondary coil. Is it? This is the input and this is our output. Is it? We can change the voltage in a two way. We can increase the voltage in the output, or we can decrease the voltage in the output. So if you are getting more voltage, so I call this as a V naught, or I will write EMF E naught. So E secondary coil and E primary coil. Suppose you are getting the more EMF in the secondary coil than the first one, we call such a transformers as step up transformer. Suppose the primary coil EMF is greater than the secondary coil, means you are getting the output which is lesser than the input. So we call them as a step down transformer. Already I explained you the need of changing the voltage. So because of the transformation, right? So if you want to transfer the voltage from the point of generation to the utilization, so you need to step up it. So I have generated the electric power as a 1000 volt. So I can send it in 10 into 10, power 10, voltage 10. I can turn into 100 into 10, 100 voltage, 10 current. I can also send it as a 1000 voltage and 1 ampere, which is better. And as I explained, 1000 voltage, 1 ampere is better. Is it? So it means I have to increase the voltage there. So once it reaches the point of utilization, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, ಈ 1000 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತದ 200 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. 200 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೆಂಗೆ 200 ಇಂಟು 5 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ ನಾವು ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1000, 200 ಇಂಟು 5 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಪ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಪ್, ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಡೌನ್. So these are the two types of transformers, and this is about the construction. Okay, and about the theory. And we know, so the EMF produced in the secondary coil, is due to the primary one. Okay, and you will write so as per the Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. So there will be the negative sign because the induced EMF is opposite to the applied EMF. Okay, and you will write the number of turns in the secondary coil and the change of magnetic flux. So this is the induced EMF in the secondary coil. So already I explained you how it induces on the secondary coil, and at the same time there will be the back EMF in the primary coil. So that back EMF in the primary coil is equal to, so that will be the number of turns in the primary coil, and it is in opposite direction. Okay, number of turns in the primary coil and the change of magnetic flux. Okay, the change of magnetic flux dπ by dt. Okay, so this is the theory. And see here, if I divide these two equations, so I can write ES divided by EP is equal to NS divided by NP. So, and these two terms get cancelled. So, because for both the coils, the magnetic flux, the changing magnetic flux linked with the coils are same. So, that is why we can cancel with each other, ES by EP, NS by NP. So, this ratio is called the K. The ratio is called K. So, ES by EP, that ratio is equal to NS by NP. What is the NS? Number of turns in the secondary coil, number of turns in the primary coil, and this is equal to K. This ratio and this ratio is equal. Okay, if you want to construct, a step-up transformer, so it means we should get the more EMF in the secondary coil than the primary. Is it? It means ES divided by EP should be greater than 1. Okay, so then by this ratio NS by NP must be greater than 1. So for here K should be greater than 1. Right, now NS is greater than N. Okay, if you want to make the step-up transformer, so the number of turns in the secondary coil must be greater than the number of turns in the primary coil. Okay, so for step down, number 2, for step down transformer, so K is less than 1. So NS divided by NP is lesser than 1, or ES divided by EP is lesser than 1. So now ES is lesser than EP. So this is the condition for step down transformer, where the secondary EMF or the EMF in the secondary coil is lesser than the EMF in the primary coil. If you want to reach this one, so you have to take the NS, number of turns in the secondary coil, lesser than the number of turns in the primary coil. Okay, this is a very simple theory behind that transformer working. Is it? Okay, so here you may reduce the voltage, or you may reduce the voltage, or you may increase the voltage, but in the both the case the power will be same. Okay, for example we are maintaining the power of about 2000 watt, so we can increase this voltage, like I can send it by 200 into 10, 200 volt and 10 current, or I can also send it by 100 volt into 20 ampere current, or I can send it like a 10 volt into 200 ampere of current. It means if you want to minimize the current, if you want to decrease the voltage or increase the voltage, we are using the transformer by keeping its power the same. Okay, as I explained, the transformer reduces the voltage, decrease the voltage or increase the voltage by keeping the power constant. So in ideal case the output power is equal to the input power, but in fact it doesn't happen. So there will be the loss of power in the transformer. So if you supply 1000 watt, so here you may getting 999 watt or 990 watt. Okay, you may by increase the voltage or by decreasing the voltage, somehow the power has to be constant, but in case practical agi irangilla because of the energy loss occurring in the transformer. So why the energy loss occurs in the transformer? So there are some reasons. So I have listed here. The first one is about the resistance loss. This is called the resistance loss. So what's the resistance loss? So the energy loss, I mean the power loss due to the resistance of conductor. So ಯಾವುದೇ ನೀವು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ you may take a copper or aluminum, any conductor. So it is having some amount of the resistance. So because of that small resistance also there may be the loss of energy, loss of power. Okay, and the next question, how we can minimize the resistance loss? So by using a better quality of wire and also by increasing its cross sectional area. So if the area is more, the resistance become lesser. So if the resistance become lesser, there will be the less loss of power. Okay, and next one is about flux leakage. Next one is flux leakage. Okay, you can see this diagram. You can, or I'll draw here. So So there is a primary coil and there is the secondary coil. So when the flux is producing, means the flux produces in this direction as well as in this direction also, but the flux linked with this coil is only a part and remaining part is here. So this much of the energy, this much of energy is lost. So that's why we say it as a leakage of flux. So the 100% of produced flux is not utilizing to induce the EMF in the secondary coil. A part of flux is leaked out without inducing the EMF in the secondary coil. Okay, so this become the reason for the loss of power. Okay, then we can minimize this one also. How we can minimize this one? So here we can, so this is the first coil and we can insert a second coil in this only. Okay, so by wounding primary and secondary coil one over other, so that the whole flux will be linked with each other. This is one way to minimize. And the third one is about eddy current. About eddy current. Okay, so here, so when you are having the coils which are wound on the soft iron core. ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಒಂದು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವ, ಈ ಥರ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೇವೆ. So this become the coil, and the soft iron core which is inside, which is at the core of coil, it is experiencing the continuous magnetic flux. As a result, there produces the eddy current. As produces eddy current, what is eddy current? We know. So due to the induction on a surface, there produces the current in the form of eddy. ಈ ಥರ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ಆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. ಆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಥರ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾಕತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಹೀಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಇಂಟು ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಾ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪವರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ಲಾಕತ್ತಿದ, ಆ ಹೀಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾಕತ್ತ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಎಡ್ಡಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಎಡ್ಡಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್? See, eddy current, it depend on the flux and the surface area. So if you minimize the surface area, you can minimize the eddy current. So ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, if ಈ ಥರ ನಾವು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಐರನ್ ಕೋರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, we take the strips of iron pieces. ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಥಿನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗಮ್ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಅಂಟಿಸೋದು. So there will be iron core. Okay, and in this case it is having only two surfaces, one is front and one is back. Okay, so there is no continuous surface on this side where will be the patches, and this side the patches, this side patches, this side. Among six, if you take the solid iron piece, you will have 1 2 3 4 5 6 surfaces where you can get the eddy current in all 6 surfaces. If you use the strips and connected, so there will be only the two faces, front face and second face. And for this face, so there is no continuous surface where there will not be generation of eddy current. Here also no generation of eddy current, this one. Okay, for the 4 faces there is no eddy current. So only you can get the eddy current on these 2 faces. So somehow we have reduced that eddy current by taking the strips. Okay, so and next fourth one, loss due to the vibration. So we want to minimize the eddy current, so that's how we have connected the strips like this. But during the flow of current, because of electromagnetism, the strips which are connected here, so they start to vibrate like this. So they vibrate for 1 cycle, it will be like, so for next half cycle it will be like this. So there is a continuous vibration between the strips of the core, soft iron core. So due to this vibration there will be production of the sound, and sound is a form of energy. So some amount of energy is lost for the vibration of those strips, for the creation of the sound. ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಿಂತು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಗುಯ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಾ ಇದು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಲ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ ಸೌಂಡ್, ಒಂಥರ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸೌಂಡ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರೋದು, 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡಿಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ 50 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ರೀ ಇದು, 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡಿಗೆ 50 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಪಲ್ಸ್, ಯು ಹರ್ಡ್ ದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸೌಂಡ್. Okay, so when you keep the iron piece inside and wound the copper wire to make a transformer. Okay, see that inner iron piece inner iron piece will magnetize and demagnetize continuously. When you allow the current, there will be production of magnetic field. So that iron piece utilizes that magnetic flux or magnetic field to magnetize. Okay, our intention is to the entire flux has to deliver on the secondary coil, so that there may be induced EMF. But some amount of some amount of magnetic field is utilizing to magnetize the iron piece. So this is a form of Andar loss. Then how to minimize this one? We can choose a material which is having the narrow hysteresis curve. Okay, so with this point, the topic AC current is completed. The theoretical part is completed. So in next video, I will solve some numericals. Thank you.